is Sheena Alexander and welcome to Sheena TV. Today we're going to discuss the question, should I pray for the same thing over and over? See, as a child, I was daddy's little girl and I knew it. Whenever I wanted something, I knew exactly what I needed to do to get my father to give me what I desired. But during those times when he would move slower than what I thought he should and granted my request, I would ask and remind him constantly about giving me this thing that I wanted so badly. I realized that I had to do something in order for me to let him know that I was serious about this desire which I earnestly longed for. And I had to do something to get and keep his attention because he was the only one with the power and authority to grant my request. I would express a little more love than what I normally show, and I would just be around him and under him, kissing him and giving him all kinds of extra attention. And he would proceed then to give me what I wanted. Now, he didn't grant this request because I was getting over on him some kind of way. But he knew that I wasn't going to leave him alone or let him rest at all until my desires were met, until I was able to touch, feel, and experience this thing that I so desperately longed for. See, in Luke 18:1-8, Jesus gives us a parable about a widow who also has a request of her own. See, this widow is persistent as she goes to a particular judge in her city for him to protect her against someone. The Messenger version of the Bible states that she says, "My rights are being violated. Protect me." What we do know is that her husband has died, therefore she has no covering. See, women in those days did not have the freedoms that the women have today. They were completely dependent on their husbands. And when a woman lost her husband, she lost her hope for security. Her next hope will be in her son. But this widow's cry is for justice and protection, which leads us to believe that she no longer has a husband, but she is also without a son who can provide for her protection and security. Having lost the very thing that meant the most to her, you better believe that she wants everything that she is entitled to. What we don't know is what she needs justice for. It could be for land, money, for her home. It could be for anything. But whatever it is, she is willing to go over everyone's head and talk to the decision maker. She is relentless as she takes this matter up with the judge because he is the only one that can settle this matter in her favor. In verses 4-5, it states that for a while, he, which is he is the judge, was unwilling, but afterward he said to himself, "Even though I do not fear God nor respect men, yet because this widow bothers me, I would give her legal protection. Otherwise, by continually coming, she will wear me out." See, this judge is saying that I can care less about God and the people, but I will give this widow whatever she wants just to get rid of her because she is working my nerves. She is obviously not going to leave me alone until I grant her request, so fine. I'll just go ahead and give her the protection and justice that she seeks. Anything to get her off my back and to have her to just leave me alone. See, even though this judge does not care anything about her problems, or he thought her issue was trivial, he granted her request because of her consistency. And I wonder if there are any women here today who are just as desperate for something so painful in their life to change. You don't know what to do or who to turn to. You prayed for months or even years for this one thing, but unlike this widow, you've given up or you're about to. You're saying, "God, I have been asking for so long. If you don't fix this, I don't have anyone else to turn to. I'm tired and I just don't know how much longer I can keep asking for the same thing over and over and not receive any answers from you." See, Jesus gives us this parable to show us that at all times we ought to pray and not to lose heart. See, the judge in this parable is an unrighteous judge, but our God, Yahweh, is righteous and he is just. You're his child and he cares about you. He hears your cries at night and he still answers prayers today. He will not just put you off like this judge did the widow. And just as a mother runs quickly to comfort her child when they hurt themselves or when they fall, God is quick to pick you up when you're hurting as well, when you've been wronged and when you need him most. See, Jesus is challenging you today to resurrect those prayers, to continue to pray for the desire that you have tucked deep in your heart. He wants you to have the persistence of Jacob to where you will say, I will not let you go, Lord, until you bless me. See, Jesus has laid an example of how relentless we should be in our requests to God. He's given us the permission to keep asking and asking. So don't stop praying and bring your requests before the Lord. I hope this gives you more clarity concerning your prayer requests. So now I want to hear from you. Share some of the things that you are in constant prayer for. Now the fun really starts after the episode over at SheenaAlexander.com. So I want you to go over there and you just leave a comment now. Do you like this video? If so, subscribe to my channel and share it with all of your friends. And if you want more resources to live a life pleasing to God, plus some updates and inside information from me that I only share on email, head on over to SheenaAlexander.com and sign up for email updates. If you have any questions, send them to me by email and I'll make sure I make a video response to the answer to your question. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you next time on Sheena TV.